600 miles from our house to Bend, Oregon, but that's not the only place we're staying. So we're going to be traveling all around Oregon, seeing the coast and all kinds of beautiful waterfalls and Crater Lake National Park. And we're going to Portland for like a few hours or a day or so. Yeah, we're looking we're very much looking forward to this trip. We fell in love with Washington and we wanted to go back, but we're like, well, no, we need to see the rest of the state out there, out west. So we're gonna go to Oregon and maybe next year California, hit them like that, and then start working our way back home. So as we get older, we ain't gotta go as far.
So with like being in Washington last year, I realized earlier, I was like, we're gonna hit a point in this road trip where we're not gonna have any more sweet tea. And
I don't know where that line ends. I'm guessing like somewhere in the Midwest.
I don't know, that's gonna be hard.
But,
I never thought it would be, that would be something that would be difficult for me, but it is, because it's the perfect like in between. Like, I didn't want water, I didn't want a soda, and sweet tea is just the perfect like in between.
You like all that hot tea and stuff at the house. I couldn't deal with none of that stuff, like the whole like unsweetened tea and milk, whatever. I asked for a sweet tea once in Washington, and they brought me a Gold Peak. I was like, that's like
behind unsweet tea. I can't get behind that, but I do like hot tea with honey and stuff. But I am kind of bummed that we're gonna hit a point with no sweet tea.
They might have these out there. Some Arizona's. Those are always good. All right, where are we at?
Our hotel in Memphis.
And we basically trying to learn how to use this gimbal, so bear with me. First time I ever used one on a cell phone. So anyway, we pulled up at our hotel, we went and unloaded everything, went and got some dinner, and
so we planned to go to Bill Street and to see the Bass Pro Shop.
yeah, but Bass Pro Shop
Bass Pro
closed.
Shop was closed, and then
I had a migraine. I didn't feel like going to.
So going to listen to music and being around all of that is probably not.
Yeah, so it's just now starting to mellow out after dinner, so I didn't want to bring it right back. And I've been dealing with it the entire drive, so like 7-8 hours.
So we're just gonna hang out in the hotel, watch a movie, figure out our day tomorrow,
and just chill. So I guess we'll see y'all in the morning. So all right, so we have loaded up the entire car. It's 9:30. We're about to roll out of the parking lot of our first stop on the trip. So this is day 2 of the road trip to Oregon, and
to Kansas City, and we're gonna make 2 stops along the way from our planned stops to Mammoth Springs State Park in Arkansas and Tonka State Park in Missouri.
we'll put full-length videos on all these places we stop on our channel, like I said earlier, and you can find those there. But yeah, we're gonna get rolling, and we just ate some breakfast. We try to travel as cheap as possible, so we have all of our snacks at Costco. If you're looking to do road trips and stuff, especially nowadays, this is how to do it. You just take as much stuff as you can with you, and yeah, we see restaurants and stuff, we'll eat out dinner and stuff, but for like lunch and junk, we usually try to do it extremely cheap. Even if we can bring it, then we can. So that's what we do. And we get to travel a lot, so if y'all are ever wondering how we're not rich, so how we go so many places, that's it. We just travel, save and travel light, so travel real cheap, as cheap as we possibly get it. Stay in hotels that look like that back there. $50, $60, $70 a night tops, and just be done if we're traveling in a hotel. If not, we're camping, and it's even cheaper. So, as we were driving, I told Rachel, I was like, I've only rode through Memphis to get to Missouri one time when I was a kid, or 2 times. I went on a camping trip there with an organization, kind of like Boy Scouts, but with a church called Royal Rangers. Not sure if anybody's familiar with that or not, but I went on like several campouts out there called like Camperama and stuff. But I was like, we're riding through, and she's like, we ain't never really done much on this side of Tennessee. I was like, well, look around. There ain't many mountains. Like, it's mostly flat land. I mean, there's like some little hills, but there's nothing here. There's nothing on this side of Tennessee like that we would want to do, like as far as like hiking or anything. So it's not very often we find ourselves on this side of Tennessee, and I honestly forgot Graceland was even over here. So look, there's great. Pretty crazy. Just like we we come to the States so much and never come to this side. But yeah, so anyway, we're on the road now. We're headed there. Our trip to, which one's the first park? Mammoth Springs. Got 2.5 hours to Mammoth Springs, so we'll see you there. And there's the pyramid we were going to go see.
Oh, we're going over the cool bridge.
Oh yeah, there's the bridge. That is crazy. I remember seeing this when I was a kid on a bus ride to Missouri and like trying to wake my friend up in the middle of the night, and he wouldn't wake up, and we passed it. I was like, there was a giant pyramid. And he didn't believe me. What river is that, Rachel?
Mississippi.
Mississippi River. The massive bridge out there.
Bunch of massive bridges.
The question, is it hot Cheetos or hot fries? What's your favorite? Hot fries hands down for me. What do y'all say? So we were just talking about how some countries, like, because they're smaller than the U.S. or whatever, they can't fathom like driving this far. And a lot of times you'll see people, like, especially in like England or Ireland, talking about, well, I can't see my family in so long because they just live so far away and they're only like 45 minutes down the road, if that. And we can't grasp that because sometimes, you know, people.
Like, I'll drive 3 hours to go see my sister.
Yeah, and 7 or 8 to go see my family in Florida, and people just can't get that concept. Like, it's just like, you know, perspective, like once you've done it, I guess. But like I was like, it was interesting when we were talking about it, because we're in the middle of Arkansas. I guess we're in the middle of it, but I was like, how far have we been? So we're 600 miles away from the house. So we're 594 miles away from the house right now. And I was like, I guarantee you we probably could have drove across like Ireland or England or something like that at this point. And that's like an entire span of a country, but the people in that country don't want to drive, you know, 30 minutes down the road, because in their mind it's a long distance. And I was like, I wonder how far the span of England is. So I looked it up, and it's exactly 600 miles wide. We've already drove the distance from our house to Arkansas.
Yeah.
We live like right above Macon, Georgia, middle Georgia-ish. And so it took us 600 miles. We've already drove the span of England. And so, yeah, it's pretty crazy to think that. So it's all about perspective. And that's the visitor center right there. There's a big waterfall over here. I'm gonna go show you around here in a second. But we are gonna grab our lunch and go find a picnic table and eat. So apparently it looks like this park is completely free. We just drove right in. There ain't even a guard. They just pull up. It's pretty neat. So we are about to have some lunch. And look at that view. You think it being free and all, it'd be a lot more packed. There's like no one in front of us. It's really pretty. I'm gonna go walk over here to look at the water real quick. I'll show you a closer look. We're gonna eat and then I'll show you around. Like I said, this is my cell phone vlog of the trip. I'll put a full-length video out like we normally do soon. So this is just a real quick look at the park in this road trip vlog. The bridge over there, that's where that waterfall is. The visitor center. It's really pretty.
Super pretty.
We've done the whole loop at this point and we're working our way back.
Oh,
That's pretty flowers. Look at that. Lots of baby duck and everything on the trail.
It's on otter. Not right now.
Oh.
It's on otter back there.
Yeah, we did. Couldn't get my camera out quick enough. Had a little fish in its mouth. It was hunting and it ran right across in front of us, which was really cool. So many duck everywhere.
People are down in it.
Is that where they're swimming? Okay, I was wondering where. The waterfall right here, and it's a hydroelectric dam, and this is the old hydroelectric dam that they had in the 1800s. So yeah, we're about to head back to the car and head to our next state park in Missouri next time. So we are at our second stop of the day at Tonka State Park, and this is what we came to see, this crazy castle in the middle of Missouri overlooking the Lake of the Ozarks. It's pretty cool. That is beautiful. It was fully complete, but then it burnt down. When did it burn down? 1942. It's completed in 1922. crazy. His was this dude's dream to build, and just he died in a car crash after starting it. It's beautiful though. So what do you think, Rachel? Worth the stop?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Really cool.
It's not really far up the trail. It's like 500 feet and like a few feet of elevation. So you get these like crazy views of the Ozark Lake and Lake of the Ozarks, whatever they call it. It's beautiful. They have the spring down there being fed into the lake. You can see it from those viewpoints. It's really nice. But we are going to head to the car and get to the hotel. We are driving to Kansas City, Missouri now, and we're going to get our hotel, and I guess we'll see you there. What lake is that?
The Lake of the Ozarks.
Beautiful. We got to make a trip out here and go do all the little trails and state parks on the Lake of the Ozarks and go get some kayaks or something. That'd be fun. We got to put that on our itinerary at some point in our life.
I already planned a whole trip out here. Something happened to the document.
Oh yeah, we did plan a whole trip. We have so many trips planned on our computer, it's ridiculous. Like, no lie, probably 10 or 15 trips planned and completely ready to go. All we got to do is, well, hey, we're going here next, and that's how many things we want to see. Even more than that, those are just the ones we've taken the time to plan out, like hotels, where we're going to eat, like literally everything. So when we go on trips, we have everything like narrowed down perfectly. Obviously some things get messed up because of weather or whatever else, and we just have to adjust, but we have a really good plan when we set out on adventures like this. So if you're not a good planner, there's probably YouTube videos and stuff to help you. I'm not great. I know, like, in theory what I want to do, and I'm usually like,
he just tells me what he wants to do.
I have like all this like information in my head, like these are things we would both like to do, and I'll like spitball things at Rachel, and she comes up with what time we're going and like how to get there and all that stuff. Like, she's good at that. I'm not. I'm good with all the where we need to go, because I retain like all this useless information. It's like, hey, I remember that state park that I seen one time on a clip, and we ended up like making a trip there. I remembered that castle, and I was like, we should probably stop at one of those state parks along the way. So I've seen that castle once. I ain't never seen it again, but it's always been in the back of my head. Like, in this area, I want to see it. So we definitely we make a good team. All right, so I forgot to get us to the hotel, but we did have some amazing barbecue at Q39 in Kansas City. It was delicious. If you're ever in Kansas City, check out Q39. Great service and delicious barbecue. We're at hotel number 2, and we are going to wake up in the morning and head to Colorado.